We got here the thing I've been waiting on since, I don't know, since a couple years back, because I have the PlayStation VR. I bought it when it first came out. That sucker was expensive. I caught it before, but it was like hurricane season where I was, and like all the lights was off, and like I copped the VR. Like I tried to sneak some data, and I actually bought it, and I actually caught it when it first came out. So I probably was like, you know, any of the few who had it during when it came out. But the PlayStation VR 2, I know this gonna be for the PS5 because I have the PS5, and like I just want to see, bro. I just want to see. This came out 6 hours ago. I thought it was gonna be on State of Play, but I wasn't into looking through all that, so I just found this from IGN. So let's go. First on down.
I'm Bo Moore with IGN, and I'm here at PlayStation for the first hands-on with PSVR 2. Let's dive in.
Yeah. What, new controllers too?
PlayStation VR 2 has a similar headset design to its predecessor, with a band that rests on the crown of your head and hugs the nape of your neck. This gives it a nice weight distribution that doesn't feel front-heavy like some VR headsets. On the back of the band is a button that slides it out when pressed, and there's also a dial that lets you tighten the band further if necessary. There's also a button on the face mask that lets you slide it in or out, making the headset easy to put on and then adjust into a comfortable position.
Yeah, we know about that.
There's ample room inside to accommodate glasses. Once the headset is on, there's a dial on the top left of the face unit that adjusts the lenses in order to make sure everything's in focus.
Okay,
the OLED panels inside offer a 2000 by 2040 per eye resolution at up to 120 Hz. This is the highest resolution available among the mainstream VR headsets.
That's right, bro. You know I get that.
Outstanding level of visual fidelity. I didn't notice the dreaded screen door effect at all during my time with the system. This is further aided by something called Foveated Rendering.
They put the Village in VR? Well, I ain't played the Village yet, but if I do, I'll most definitely on the channel that is going on in VR.
Which essentially means that the system uses its built-in eye tracking to increase the resolution of whatever you're looking at.
Thank you!
PSVR 2 uses 4 cameras built into the headset for inside-out tracking of the controllers and your surroundings. When you first set up your play space, the system will prompt you to slowly look around as it scans the area, including the floor and ceiling, and it designates a safe area for you to play within. From there, you can draw lines on the ground to manually add or subtract from the area.
You can do all that?
That's how it's done on Meta's headsets. There's also a button on the bottom right of the headset that activates a pass-through camera, allowing you to see your surroundings and pick up your controllers. Speaking of controllers, their design is relatively similar to those of PC VR headsets. Each has a thumbstick and 2 primary input buttons, as well as a PlayStation and options button on each. For triggers, there's an L2 and R2 on each controller, which are activated by your index fingers and serve as the primary triggers for guns and other handheld devices. R1 and L1, meanwhile, rest underneath your middle and ring fingers and are used to articulate gripping items. The controllers also have capacitive capabilities, letting them...
Yes, thank you. Those move controllers are alright, but the hands, the hand controller, it'll make you feel like you actually in the game, bro. So, like, I was looking forward to that, all honesty.
Sense whether or not you're touching the controller, even if you're not pressing a button. This is relatively similar to the Valve Index's Knuckles controllers, though I found that the finger tracking was not quite as accurate as Valve's implementation. Valve's controllers also have a strap across the back of your hand that holds the controller in place if you completely open your palm, whereas the PSVR 2 controllers require you to at least grip them slightly at all times. This was most noticeable while playing The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, where simply closing my hand wasn't enough to grip a weapon, and instead I had to hold down that L1 or R1 bumper with my middle and ring fingers.
Is he holding a bow?
The button isn't particularly hard to press, but having to keep pressure on it for an extended period of time...
Bro, is he holding the gun like... Oh my gosh, shit, this is gonna be fire.
Holding a gun or a knife started to cause my hand to cramp and tire after playing...
My hands ain't gonna cramp, bro.
The controllers also feature the same haptic feedback and adaptive triggers as the PS5's DualSense controller. Unfortunately, neither of these really stood out to me during the game demos that I played.
Really, bro?
All of the developers that I talked to mentioned plans for implementing both features in their games, but aside from Horizon Call of the Mountain, they weren't yet present in the demo builds that I played. And then in Horizon, I also didn't particularly notice the triggers doing anything special, but I will say that the section that I played only used the bow and arrow, so I didn't have any other weapons to compare the feeling with.
Yeah.
The developers told me that other weapons later in the game would further leverage the triggers, such as a large mounted ballista that would feel heavy to pull. In addition to the controllers, the headset itself also has haptic feedback built in. Again, this was most noticeable for me playing Horizon VR, and I found the feature to be a nice addition to the haptic landscape, though I mostly just noticed it when taking damage or otherwise being tossed around.
Woo!
It wasn't distracting or uncomfortable at all, but I didn't particularly feel like it added a layer of immersion that I couldn't live without.
Oh yeah.
I suppose that, like the DualSense's haptics, its implementation will vary from game to game.
I'll get that game just to do this. Bro, it's like, oh wow. I mean, I understand from like a dev perspective point of view, but me as the buyer, as the player, I don't really care about all that. I really just wanna play and like, I understand it's an upgrade from what I'm used to, So since we have like little haptic feedback in the headsets and all that stuff, so and the controllers are really different. So it's like, bro, to me personally, I wouldn't mind.
Will all depend on how much effort the developers put into utilizing it. The headset also doesn't have integrated audio and instead leaves you to rely on either your TV sound or speaker sound or a pair of headphones, either connected wirelessly to your PS5 or via 3.5mm headphone jack on the PSVR2 headset. I found this solution to be a bit of a letdown compared to the Valve Index's spatial off-ear audio, since it meant that I needed a pair of headphones if I wanted spatial audio. Personally, I felt that the headset and headphones combination to be a bit bulky and cumbersome, and it made it harder to get the PSVR 2 into the perfect position in front of my eyes.
I mean, yes.
PlayStation VR 2 thankfully feels like a modern entry into the VR
What is this game?
with top-notch visual fidelity and comfortable ergonomics. Its haptics and adaptive triggers, if implemented well, will be a welcome addition to the immersive experience. As with all new pieces of hardware, the question now falls to whether there will be enough games to make the investment worth it. First-party games like Horizon Call of the Mountain certainly help assuage those fears. And while nothing has been announced yet, I would be shocked if the outstanding Half-Life Alyx didn't also make its way to the platform. The other key question is price. The original PSVR launched at $399, and
I copped the bundle for like, I think $500 at the time. Yeah, I got the bundle with the movesets and everything. I got everything, bro.
Considering the hardware on offer here, I wouldn't be surprised to see PSVR 2 launch at $499. Especially considering the inflation-related price increases that recently hit both the MetaQuest 2 and the PS5 itself in many territories. Still, for PS5 owners who want an easy, that is a non-PC based, way to access a high-end VR experience, PSVR 2 is very promising.
Yep, that's me.
For more on PSVR 2, check out the trailer for the PSVR 2 versions of No Man's Sky and Resident Evil Village. And for everything else in the world of games and tech, stick with IGN.
Wow. Okay, so Resident Evil 2 is gonna be in VR. Okay, we can react to that next. I played Resident Evil. That's 8. So I played Resident Evil 7 Biohazard in the VR, and I have yet to finish it because that woman just scary, bro. I can't do it, bro. It's giving me a heart attack every time.
Really, nigga?
But if y'all want to see, I'll put it on the channel if y'all requested it. Now I have like 1 or 2 gameplays of it. But if y'all want it, I'll put it on the game. I'll put it on the channel if y'all ask for it. If y'all ain't ask for it, I play it on my own time. Suck up. If there's a problem, fight me, young boy. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a safe day. Have a safe night. And stay safe out there, bro. And I look forward to more stuff like this on the channel and all that stuff. So hey, I'm gonna be unboxing that VR on this channel as well. Hopefully I can get it on time. You know, hopefully I'll try my best. But yeah, I'm gonna get it. Okay.
Can't defeat me, I'm gonna attack. Run up on me and you getting smacked. Want the cash, gotta fast. Can't